Music, music, music. The agent for the Uptown Irv Nahan, and he saw me working with Romaine, and you know, he approached me after, because I had worked the Uptown earlier with Doc Bagby, the first time I worked up there with the band, the show band, I mean. So Irv approached me and asked me would I like to be the band leader at the Uptown Theater. So actually what he called me, what I'd like to be in charge, which would be the house leaders, just there to make sure that the musicians do what they're supposed to do as far as the show going on time and all that kind of stuff. So I said no, because at that time I was really into my Be-Bop era. I was playing, you know, jazz, you know, and so he said, well, we're gonna have some jazz shows too. So I said, okay then. You know, I mean, all I had to do was just be there and watch the shows. You know, could you ask for more? You know what I mean? Just be there and get paid for watching the shows, and all the musicians coming in different ways. So I decided to take the job. This was 1963 when I first became the house leader. And the first show that was there under my house leadership was James Brown, and so that was it. So the next show that was there was definitely a jazz show. It was Cannonball Adderley, Nancy Wilson, Ramsey Lewis, and Oscar Brown Jr. So that was, I'm sitting back, relaxing, getting paid, you know. So anyway, the next show came was Bobby Blue Band. So he had his own band and all that kind of stuff. Just about up until the Labor Day weekend, Jackie Wilson had a hit record, Workout, but he didn't have a band. You know, he was just him and his drummer. That was who he would take around with him, his drummer. So they asked me, could I get some musicians together for a band? So I said, sure, you know, because I knew all the musicians in Philadelphia, because I worked with just about everyone in Philadelphia, you know. So I knew who to get, and, you know, Norman Harris and Ronnie Baker and Earl Young. And we all, that was mainly my first trio, I mean, you know, rhythm section. So we still didn't have it, and then Leon would be the piano player. Leon Mitchell would be the piano player. So anyway, we did the band for the Labor Day weekend behind Jackie Wilson. Everything went fine. So they said, oh, well, we got our own band leader right here in Philadelphia. So the next show came in, was a show, this was when the Motown movement would start. The first time they came, they had their own band. Clarence Williams from Detroit, you know, he put the band behind whoever was starring at that time. I'm not sure whether it was Martha or Mark Johnson, or it might have been Smokey, you know, one of the groups out of Motown. So anyway, they said, well, the next time, I think it was Stevie Wonder, little Stevie Wonder was coming in. So Maurice King, who was in charge of the music as far as out on the road, decided to say, well, we'll see what Sam Reed can do as far as playing the music, you know. So they brought the show in with little Stevie, Martha and the Vandellas, and, you know, about 3 or 4 acts out of Motown. So they said, well, yeah, well, he can handle it, you know. So that was it. That was the beginning. The fact that every show that came in, they basically used my band as their backup, you know.
Yeah, that was an experience. I learned a lot from that. I learned that he was a great drummer too, because he could play. Because he showed me, you know, by playing, you know, that you feel, that you could feel, you know, playing where I can see my drums. I just close my eyes so I can feel what he feels, and it's a whole new thing of experience, you know. So he taught me a lot. People don't know he can play that well. He can play.
No. You know, another thing, Earl used to call me from the road. He'd say, hey man, I don't know if I want to stay out here.
Yeah, I don't know nobody out here.
But a lot of times guys came, you know, like maybe from the South, they had hit records, one hit record. So they said, you heard my record? They said, no, we don't want to hear your record. We want some music down there, you know, because, you know, if anything goes wrong, you're going to blame us. So if you got the music, then if anything goes wrong, then I can, you know, rehearse it or whatever we have to do. But we just can't be hearing what you do. Maybe we do know. Maybe we heard it 1,000 times, but 12 people on the stage, you know, that's the size of the band. We had a 12-piece band, 4 rhythm, 4 brass, and 4 reeds. So that was it. That's how I got to be the band leader.